and we're live as we speak. So welcome back, everybody, to another Money Moves with your host, Wendy Lee and Jon C, or Jon C and Wendy Lee, whatever. But ladies first. So great. I can't believe we're already in December. This is crazy. This year has flown by.
And episode 125.
I know, 125. So we're chipping away, folks. We've got over and all great content. I'd love to hear from you. Go watch some of our past videos. Give us a little love on this one. Click that little link button below. And then also, I mean, there's a lot of good content out there. If you need help with finances, whether you're a small business owner, a solopreneur, just a guy or gal trying to get by financially and want to better yourself financially on your wealth journey, take a look at it. Some great content out there to help you save more money, make more money, reducing taxes, protecting your money from market loss, being efficient with your business, protecting your business, all kinds of stuff out there. But that's not what we're talking about today. Today, we're talking about reducing some of your bills. Yeah, who'd like to have some of your bills reduced, like your cable bill, electric? Yeah, me too, right? So we're going to talk about a company that actually does that for you. We're going to get started in just a few seconds, but do me a favor, go out to blackswanmoney.com, click subscribe, share it with some friends, and we'll get started here in just a few seconds. All right, we're back. So, Wendy, you ready for the holidays? You got all your Christmas shopping done, I'm assuming?
No, I'm like
you overachiever, you?
I'm well, here's the thing. My kids, other than Sloan, my kids are all at the age where they're like, this is what I want. Can I, Malachi wanted these new like wrestling shoes that are $150. He's like, can you get them for me now for Christmas? Sure, because wrestling started. Right. Yeah. So it's like we just,
Sloan's my daughter
really gets all the fun surprises.
I know, right? When they get older, Christmas definitely changes into more of a commercialized event. My daughter sent me her Amazon list, and I'm like, wow. So no more tucking it under the tree, but it's all right. It's the season of giving and stuff like that. And one of the things I don't know about you, but as you start closing out the year, looking forward to the next year and kind of planning and things, one of the things that comes up is, man, how can I cut my bills back? Things have gotten expensive. I went up this past weekend to visit my family up in Indiana. Some of them didn't come down. My mom being one of them, a little older, so I wanted to check on her. And I was blown away that literally gas is $1 more a gallon up there. And I'm like, okay, it's got to be the taxes or something. I mean, it's just crazy. But, and I started thinking about things have gotten more expensive. I was helping her out with some of her medicines and things like that, as a retiree and fixed income. Those are one of the things that a lot of people think about, or if just, hey, you got kids and, they're getting older and they want to eat, right? Groceries are getting more expensive. So, one of the things that I want to talk about, you and I kind of chatted a little bit earlier, but, about how can I save money, right? And, you look at one of the things is buying generic, different ways to save money. And I don't know if you do that. Have you ever bought generic? I've got some things that are non-profitable, but.
So I used to work in the consumer packaged good world. Yeah. Okay. So I know the truth that the off-brand stuff is the same freaking thing. So
same plants, most cases.
It's literally most of the time it's the same manufacturer, and maybe there's a little tiny ingredient that's a little different if something's patented, but if it's not patented, it's the same darn thing. So I always buy off-brand. In fact, it's funny, I'm not a big cereal eater, but my kids are, and every once in a while I'll eat cereal. I'm like, a lot of the off-brand stuff I think tastes better. But I don't buy brand name anything at the stores.
Yeah. So, that's a great way too. Number one, we're going to talk about 3 ways to reduce your stuff. The third one is kind of a neat little thing that Wendy and I both found, and we actually share with a lot of our clients on the planning side. But, number one is really looking at buying those generics over your name brand. Because like you said, they're typically made in the same factories. Clothing's the same way, right? It's like, okay, they'll sew that little logo on it. And it's like, ooh, all of a sudden now it's big stuff. But you're paying for the marketing is what you're paying for. But going back to the food and stuff like that, I mean, I buy generic stuff all the time because it literally is the same. Now, a couple things I won't compromise on. Number one, toilet paper. Sorry, I gotta have my Charmin, right? I gotta have my Charmin. I'm not gonna compromise.
I mean, there is a Walmart brand that's just like Charmin, just FYI.
Is there? Okay, I'll have to check it out. But yeah, it's like, okay, my tush is, I want to make sure my tush knows it's loved. And I'll just leave that at that. But, and then also on peanut butter, I don't know what it is. I haven't found a generic peanut butter. My dad found one, and it was literally, I remember it was these yellow tubs and it said peanut butter. Like it was like some kind of military thing, but it was really good. But I've never found a generic peanut butter that I've liked since then. And I eat a lot of peanut butter, folks.
What's your favorite peanut butter brand name?
Well, I don't want to say it because then I'll get all the food people that I hang out with hating on me because all the extra ingredients on it. But I'm a Peter Pan guy. I'm sorry, and I know it's got glycoconol or whatever that's going to make my brain glow, and it's going to probably grow plants out of my ears at one point in life. But it's one of those things. Finding healthy alternatives. I'm trying to eat healthy. That's one of my things for 2024. But yeah, that's my brand. Peter
I actually used to have the Peter Pan chunky with honey.
I'm not. Yeah, that's a whole other show we'll do of why crunchy peanut butter is not peanut butter. It's got chunks in it. That's not. It's butter supposed to be smooth. But anyway, I digress. I can't believe you like that. Do you like the chunky? No kidding.
Yeah.
All right. So that's okay for everybody watching this. Sound off below your peanut butter, chunky or no chunks. Chunky or no chunks. So do you like pulp in your orange juice as well?
I do.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm a pulp guy, but I can't do that. I can't do the pulp in my peanut butter, I guess. So it's like I want to finish the process. That's the process of the peanut butter. All those. So anyway, that's funny. So buying generics is number one. Number two, on clothes, we just talked about that, and a lot of people, thrifting has become something huge over the last, I would say, 5 to 10 years, and my daughter, she's a huge thrifter, and some of the deals she's come away with I've been blown away. And don't get me wrong, she still buys, new clothes. I mean, it's not, that aspect of it, but she doesn't buy anything full price retail. She waits for sales, and she buys ahead of the season or at the end of the season for next year, that kind of thing. And there's some time to treat herself, but she actually got me into thrifting. And I know you and your family have gotten into that, or at least you've shared those stories with me. Your dad's like a thrift ninja.
We counted the other day because my mom's like, he has a ridiculous number of shoes. They're all from thrifting. They're all beautiful. Yeah. And he has 58 pairs of shoes. He has a problem.
How many? He's got how many?
58 pairs of shoes.
Yeah, I think they have like online groups that you can actually talk about that with other people. I'm just going to throw that out there. But that's
like $2 for him. So
yeah, no. I mean, you can find some great deals. Again, my daughter found a brand new pair of these boots that I forget how much. And you told me one of your sons found some $1,000 jacket or something.
Yeah, that was like not so. Just a little preface. I hated thrifting. I was anti-thrifter until about a year ago.
Because you're kind of bougie.
Because I was, and I was like, I hated digging through and anyway. I don't know what happened, but I started going a few times and actually giving it some energy, and now I love it. So we went to the Goodwill outlets a couple weeks ago with my son. Malachi.
Okay, what's a Goodwill outlet? What's the difference?
Bins. Sometimes people call it the bins.
Okay.
So it's where you go in and it's just, I don't know where it comes from, but it's bins of stuff. They roll out and everyone attacks and you dig through, and it's kind of gross. Like you want gloves or hand sanitizer, but you can find some amazing deals. So my son finds this, he's real slow and intentional. And I'm like, does he have an eye for this stuff? I don't know. He brings this jacket over, I think is ugly, but I feel it and it's like butter. And it's this white leather jacket. And I'm like, oh, nice. He's like, no, I'm not showing you for you. I want you to see what it's worth. Right. And he pulls up. So he was using the Google scanner or whatever to pull up.
The Google image search. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
This jacket is selling used on Poshmark and stuff for over $1,000, you guys. And it is like perfect condition. It's white, beautiful leather. I went to the website because I'd never heard of the brand before, apparently because it's way too high end for me.
Not in that tax bracket yet. Yeah.
And I look it up, and all their clothes, their leather is like starts at $4,000, $5,000, $7,000. They have jackets on their website for $14,000. So I'm like, okay, kid's got a knack. He found that, and then like 3 more things that all together he could probably sell for about $2,000. Yeah.
Wow. And I'm telling you, so here's a kid in high school, right? He's still in high school, looking to earn some extra money. And that's if you're looking to make extra money, I mean, even just doing that and then turning around, cleaning it up, reselling it. I'm fascinated by solopreneurs and things like that. So I watch this stuff on like YouTube and things like that. And I saw this guy doing tennis shoes like that, where they actually found like these hot tennis shoes from, back in the day or whatever. And they actually clean them, redo the leather and stuff, and restore them. Not just, some people, thrifting, whatever, get over yourself. But it's one of those things that there's a lot of money to be made in that too, as a business, in and of itself, right? Turn around selling it on eBay and things like that. If you've got the time and wherewithal to do that and want to do that. But I mean, for a young guy to go out and find that, and what did he pay for that? Because is it by the unit or how do they?
By the weight, so it weighed hardly anything. I think it's $1.26 a pound or whatever, something. So less than $1 probably. So
the bins weigh, you pay, but you buy by the weight then, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And so that jacket, like you said, probably weighed nothing. So he pays $1 for it and turns around, even if he sold it for like $700.
Yeah. So we're taking it to the dry cleaner because it's got a little makeup around the collar.
Yeah.
Take it to the dry cleaner who they say they can get it out. And so and we're going to sit around and sell it. We'll let you know. We'll give an update.
Yeah. I want to follow up on that one. We'll do a part 2.
I was like, that's not bad for like 2 hours worth of rummaging bins,
For a high school kid, not at all. So that's awesome. So there you go, folks. So, number one, we talk about buying the generic at the grocery store, things like that. Number 2, we talk about, clothing and things like that. Make sure you're buying it on sale. If you don't want to go thrifting because of whatever, then, make sure you're buying it on sale and buying it, at the end of the season or whatever. Because guess what? I bet next summer is going to be hot too, as far as swimsuits and things like that. And all that stuff goes on clearance. I mean, I know I look for lawn stuff, for my yard and deck and stuff at the end of summer. Why? Because they don't want to store it over the fall and winter. So they sell it like dirt cheap. And that's when you buy that stuff to save a few bucks. So,
yeah, my favorite brands, like I love Athleta and I love Lululemon. But I've learned, you just wait until the end of the season and the stuff's like 75% off.
Yep. Exactly. So you can't have nice stuff and not pay retail for it. So there you go, saving some money there. So the last one we want to talk about, and this is a company that, obviously Wendy, or not obviously, but some of you may or may not know, Wendy and I have, we do financial planning for clients and things like that. She's out there with her group, in the network marketing world, teaching them, okay, you're making all this money, what to do. And I work with, Main Street, pretty much everybody, trying to help them as well. And one of the things is, I want to save more money, but I need to, control my bills. So we teach about debt and things like that. But one of the things we came across, and actually our company, the Turning Point Group, has partnered with this company as an affiliate. We've got an affiliate relationship. I think we, for every client we bring in, we get like a quarter or something like that, maybe 50 cents. It's not much, but it's really important for our clients. Why? Because it helps them free up cash to start building wealth. And that's a company called Just Vive. And what they do, and I didn't even know this was a thing, but it is, recurring bills like your electricity bill, like your cable bill, if you're still doing cable, things like that, your gas bill, all kinds of different things, security system, things like that. Big one is phone bills, right? Your cellular bill, things like that. They can go in. What is it?
Satellite radio.
Yeah, satellite radio, XM, things like that. They can negotiate that down for you. And if they can't negotiate anything, you don't pay anything. And the way they work, and I've been pretty impressed with them, is whatever they save you, you guys split the savings. That's how it works for a short period of time. And then, at that point, you're off on your own. But man, what a great way to have them do all that negotiating and stuff like that for you as well. And like I said, it's a company called Just Vive. We'll actually put the link in the comments below. Check it out. Don't check it out. Whatever. It's your call. If you do, like I said, I think we make 50 cents off of it. It's not a big deal, but we do have an affiliate relationship. So I just want to disclose that. But the big thing is finding ways to save money. So many people, and I see it all the time, they just pay retail, buy it. I want it now, just buy it. They don't try to shop. They don't try to, I'm walking around when I see something I want, I pull up the Amazon app or one of the other apps and bop the QR code, right? I was at a store in Indiana. I needed a new, shaving kit and stuff like that. Saw one, it sounded like a good deal. I'm like, let me check Wally World, see what it's got. Boom, it was $10 more at Walmart, which I was blown away that the same thing was $10 more at Walmart. So you definitely want to shop around and take that few extra seconds to save that money, because that's money you can reroute. Being intentional about every dollar, folks, that's what it's all about, right? Finding ways to reduce your expenses, finding ways to negotiate your bills. I mean, who knew that you could negotiate your cable bill down? Well, this company will actually do it for you. And because of all their clients, they've got that bargaining power that you or I won't have by ourselves, right? So, that's something to keep in mind. But yeah, I was just blown away by it. I don't know if you've had a chance to look at it or.
Yeah, a couple things I wanted to say. One, regarding Just Vive, I only had 2 bills that really qualified, so I uploaded them, and one of them was my local energy company, and there wasn't much they can do with that unless I was in a low income tax bracket or whatever. And then the other one was my cell phone bill, which they did reduce. And so they reduced it by like $240 over, so many months or whatever. And so split the savings and
that's $240 that you would have spent for literally no reason.
Right. Exactly. And it's really cool because they also have, there's certain states that I guess the energy is deregulated or something. Basically, like certain states, I know Texas is one of them, that you can choose from different energy companies. Where I live, we have one option, but where you can choose, they will actually shop it around for you for a small monthly fee. They'll constantly shop it, so you always get the absolute best deal. And that saves people hundreds and hundreds of dollars. So that's cool. And then one other thing I wanted to say, you had mentioned pulling up the app and saving. I wanted to share this because I think this is important to bring kind of a more social and philanthropic, thing to this. When I was in Africa adopting my kids, I saw the power of a dollar, like in a whole different light, right? What a US dollar can purchase over there. And coming back home, I remember my first time coming back home, how different I treated my money. And I went shopping. I had to buy my kids some cleats, and I'm in Academy, and I saw these cleats, and I'm like, let me just pull up the internet and see if I can get these cheaper somewhere else. Because all of a sudden saving $10 meant something a lot different, because $10 in the US is like 70,000 leones. So it could, and what we can do, like we think in the US, sometimes we just flippantly spend money and think it's no big deal. But if we can save more, if we can make more, if we can grow our money more, protect it, then we can give more. And and this isn't to like toot my own horn. I just want to explain the power of money when you can give. I had one of the aunties, we call them, that works, she's in Sierra Leone. She messaged me a couple of weeks ago and she said, I wonder if you could help me. My son, his college tuition is due and I can't afford it. And I'm like, okay, well, how much is it? I'm thinking 500, 1,000 she's going to ask me for. She said $50. $50 US, you guys. So I was able to just send over $50 to her and pay for her son's education at college for university for a whole year. And so saving those little bit of dollars here and there really can help you make an impact in other people's lives too.
Yeah. And that's the thing. I mean, you're right. So many of us just think, it's only $10, whatever. I'm not going to spend the time. Don't do it for yourself. Pay it forward and donate that money somewhere else. Pick a cause that you are passionate about, whatever that cause may be, right? And donate money, because you're right, that money can go so much further around. And if you don't, who's going to get it? The companies, the corporations you're buying from, right? And I'm a capitalist through and through. Don't make any mistake about that. But if there's a way for you to still, buy what you want and get what you need out of it, and then also can ideally save that money for your future, because eventually you're going to want to stop to work, or Pay it to a cause, contribute it to a cause, or split it 50-50, whatever the case may be. So again, that's something that, just food for thought. So recapping, number one is what? Buying generic. Number two is what? Look for thrifts, look for end of season sales, things like that. Don't pay full retail price for anything really that you're buying, right? And then number three is leveraging apps, like Just Vive. We'll put that link down below. So you have that and can look at that. But, that's some great ways to save money and keep more of your money, because that's really, you're working hard for it. Don't just go out and, just throw it away. Be intentional about every single dollar that you have. Go out, build wealth, pay it forward, and still enjoy life and get the things you want. So that's all I've got. Wendy, thanks for your contribution on that. Was really good, kind of deep too. I like that. But folks, hopefully you got something out of this. If you did, click below, give us a little love, give us a thumbs up or a heart. Make sure you share this on your social media. That helps as well to get the word out. And everybody, I hope you have a fantastic holiday season and Christmas. We'll talk to you soon next week, every Tuesday, 10 a.m. Central, here on Money Moves.